What's good, everybody? Friendlies and non-friendlies, how's everybody doing? Today is the first and most likely last installation of the Drakan Ancient Gates tips and tutorial. Now I'm only coming here, even though I said I was never going to play this again. I'm playing it. It's not an excuse, but these are some fresh off the presses Introvertedowl patch notes, and I'm gonna give y'all some of the strats that I've discovered. And here we go. The nucleus for canceling in this game is going to revolve around neutral crouch. Now what I mean by neutral crouch is crouching and the left stick stays in the default position. Get that funky hand out of there. Get out of the trash bag. You know, get that hand away and just let it rock. Right, neutral crouch. So let's start this off with roll canceling, and I got a couple I want to mention. So let's start with the top, which is roll canceling in itself. To start this, you want to do the roll input, hold the roll button, then release the left stick into neutral, rinse and repeat. Now it's important that you get that neutral part because that is what allows the cancels to take place. If you don't hit it, then you'll just get the full roll. Now one way to shortcut this, return the left stick to neutral and just flick the left stick in any given direction. That way you ensure that you're always going to return it to neutral at some point. It may not be picture perfect, but you will always get it to come out in a timely manner. Now let's move on to the next one. The next one is to do with archery. Now this is the same foundation, only you, instead of doing an extra roll upon the cancel into the left stick neutral, instead you do an attack. And if you time it right, or you do the shortcut, then you can get the attacks to come out on an immediate frame. Moving on to the next one. Now this is to do with spell casting. So this one, same foundation. Hold the roll, return left stick to neutral. This time you release the roll and you want to move the left stick in any given direction. Now this is because there is no crouch attack for spells. Your input for the cancel will be standing up and moving the character around. Now the next and last technique to do with the roll is just weapon swapping. Now this allows you to cancel the unsheathing animation for drawing your weapons. And simply just input the weapon command and then roll. Or you can roll and input the weapon command. So now we're moving on to melee cancels. Now this is the basic 3-hit combo. 1, 2, 3, square, 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 or whichever your button configurations are. To do the melee cancel, you just do the melee attack and then press crouch plus parry at the same time. It's not really a parry, it's more like a guard impact. Besides the point before the attack, in between the attack, after the attack, it depends on where you press it, and you know, that's up to you. Now there is ulterior versions of this. Now you can also do this with a shield equip. That means you don't get the parry, instead you get the guard. And to do this, all you have to do is press the guard. You don't have to press crouch with it. Now the strong melee version of this, inputting a command, you know, the D-pad command combinations to do a strong attack. For this one, you only have to press crouch. Just like the others, it's going to help you get more into your bag quickly and switch and swap and do whatever type of maneuvers you want to pull off in a timely manner. Moving on to an arrow tech. Now this one you have to start with your arrows, obviously, and this is the quick fire while skipping the reloading animation. So you want to start in crouch plus arrow, then you want to press aim and then press aim again to exit out of aim, and then you want to press crouch again, and then you want to press lock on plus another attack. So I'm gonna read that command again because it can be a bit confusing. So crouch plus attack, aim, then another aim, into crouch plus lock on plus arrow. And it can be, it's a lot of buttons to press. All right, it's a lot of buttons. It is the most complicated maneuver that you can pull off on my list. You're able to go as fast as you want to go. You could pull these things off and just be like Speedy Gonzalez over here.
But you can go as fast as you need to go.
As fast as you need to go. It just depends on your execution. And depending on the enemies, you don't have to do the lock on. I mean, depending on the elevation of the terrain. If it's even levels, then you can just lock on once, and then you can skip the lock on phase from that point on, only using it to readjust. So that would make it easier, but you know, definitely this is something that's worth learning because it makes archery very, very, very deadly. Moving on to jumping, you can only do this with melee weapons, so just jump, swap, and you know, you skip the seething and unsheathing animation. Now we're getting into the big sauce. Now this one I believe I invented, and if I did not, then why you gotta ruin the parade? I'm gonna call this one, I'm dubbing this one. But actually I gotta set it up first. So there is a quick turn in this game, and a lot of people don't know about it. So to do a quick turn, what you have to do is press the command down on the D-pad, up on the D-pad, plus jump. And that would allow Rynn to do a jumping flippy spin 180, and bada bing bada boom, you got your quick turn. And a lot of people don't know about that, so I'm here to give y'all this secret strat today. But that ain't the only thing I'm gonna talk about. You thought I was tripping, you motherfucker. I know my shit. So we're getting into the real sauce. There is a faster version of that. Now to do this, you have to do the same command, only you add the attack button, and you have to have a melee weapon equipped. And when you do this, it allows you to turn on a dime with no wasted movements, and you can immediately zip and zap the other direction. And I call this one the whoo turn, not the U-turn, the whoo turn. So Introvertedowl's whoo turn. So yeah, you can also perform this by doing the down up jump plus guard, but it takes a bit longer. Now there is a variation of this as well. If you press down up plus jump plus attack, and then plus up again on the D-pad plus jump, and then slide that down to attack. And if you do that, you get a 180 turn, and then you get an instant reverse 180 turn. You know, so those are just options for you. Or you don't have to press your attack. You could just let the jump ride, the second jump ride, and so you get like a quick 180 turn into a flip over top, cross up, sauce for days. Let's go have ourselves a picnic, you know. So that's a secret strat. But let's talk about the properties of doing this. This also acts as a teleport. That's right, a teleport. Rynn has a teleportation move in this game. Just like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 2. Scorpion, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Teleporting off of the screen, Superman punches, get over here. You teleport, you just like Raiden. You know, doing all that's bullshit. Motherfucker, Raiden. So yes, Rynn has that shit. Only she can only do it when she's on a platform that is above a platform. Let's go into the details of that. So anything that is like not very detailed or very developmental mainland type of shit, stuff like boats, staircases, bridges, decoration type of things, you know, things along the likes, you know, that's more decorative than solid land, or things that just have like a flooring beneath it that aren't really their own solitary grounds. Rynn can teleport through them by doing the who step. Woo! I'ma stop, god damn it. Okay, god damn it. So the pros and the cons of doing this. Let's start with the cons. You can teleport, and it will teleport you into a pitfall of which there's no return. You can teleport, and it'll teleport you into a death trap. places where she's not supposed to be at, and she splatters because you have to trigger an event before you actually touch down on that ground. Things like that she'll still be affected from. Or you could just simply get trapped in an area that you can't get out of. But let's talk about the pros, baby. So the pros of this is just an instant teleport. Also, it prevents all fall damage. Instant teleport, no fall damage. That's going to save you a lot of time. Now, I'm no speedrunner, and I have no intentions of ever being a speedrunner. I am the speedrunner world record holder and Soul Bladed. But I'm just here to find the secret sauce, you know, being a combat enthusiast, somebody who loves existing things and finding cool new things and trying to build something, you know, to make it funner. And discovering tech, that's what I like to do, and that's the fate that beholds and has befallen me. And that's why I'm presenting this. And maybe some people didn't know about this, because I have a feeling that this is going to break open the speed runs drastically. I have a feeling that it will break open the speed runs in a drastic way and reduce times, because I have seen them. I have seen some of them, you know, the top ones. And I have a feeling that y'all gonna want to get on this, because you might be able to get from the start of the game to the end of the game right off the bat without going through the Satomire. I haven't been able to pull it off myself, but I have tried. I just can't do it. So I'm just saying, you know. So so that's all the strats that I have to give y'all today. Yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed. Ladies and gents, cats and dogs, much love, you know. And I also want to give a shout out to some of the passionate community out there. I love finding passionate communities for games, genres of movies or stuff, blah 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 blah. You know, that's really passionate about that one thing that they kind of like a cult classic, like they like to call cult classic. I like those passionate people who you can just sense that they love something, and then they stick with it for years and years and years. You know, like people who love Shenmue so much and that always up to date on the latest Shenmue news, or you know, people who are doing this for Tomb Raider, or people who are doing this with Drakan the Ancient Gates. And I just love it because it's the purest form of learning about the franchise and learning about everything that you may not get from a critical review, or you know, a main media source review, or this crowd or that crowd, somebody who hates it, somebody who loves it, somebody blah, 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 somebody who's just pure into it, honest to their core, or just you know, have a positive, fun spirit about them that just makes it inviting to the whole community, you know. So let's give a shout out to the one who knows Drakan the Ancient Gates more than anybody that I've seen, and that's Joshua. Let's give a shout out to Joshua, and I'll put an image up there, you know, if I'm not, you know, forgetful. And because if you like Drakan the Ancient Gates and you want to learn more about it, you want to learn some of the sauce, the glitches, the speedrun tech, the whole enchilada mixed with the gravy, the spoon-fed Cheerios thrown in with the Skittles, you know? If you planning on fucking up your taste buds like that, if you love getting those fascinating ingredients all put into one lovely flow of peace and harmony and enjoyment for the series of what they do, then give this individual a follow, show them some love, and do your thing, because you know they are representing, and I think that they are a positive impact on the community. You know, whatever the hell that means. It doesn't mean anything coming from me, but I'm just saying I appreciate their work. And so I think more people would appreciate their work. So shout outs to the big dog out there. They've been doing it for years. And you know, there's a lot of people out there. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. Hopefully I give y'all Hopefully I've hopefully I've given y'all something worth of note. And I'll be back later in this week with Legend of Dragoon continuing into disc 3, starting disc 3 rather. Things have been a little bit hectic because we're, personal things moving, blah 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 blah, and we are going to get shit done. And I'll bid y'all further ado. May peace be with, always keep your heads up, deuces, those both adios, stay cool. And if you like this content, be sure to show some love, but always be sure to show that love to the people who matter to you. This is ITOwl bidding you farewell. Peace, much love, deuces.